Moving to Australia changed our lives in ways we couldn't have imagined.
Today we're sharing 12 and a half reasons, in no particular order, why we just love living down under. Lifestyle upgrades we never expected when we left the UK, and we wouldn't trade for anything now. But we will tell you later the exact moment when we both realised Australia was definitely the place for us.
So let's start with the most obvious. Number 1, the weather. Coming from Scotland, grey skies, cold and drizzle were just part of life. But in Sydney, in comparison, it's like someone's turned on the sunshine permanently. Even in winter, it rarely dips below 10 degrees Celsius, and in summer it can climb past 30 degrees Celsius. But thanks to the AC, air conditioning, coastal breeze, beaches and swimming pools, it's manageable. The weather has completely changed how we live. We're outside so much more, walking the Westies on the beach, enjoying eating outside, or just having our morning coffee in the garden courtyard. What's great is the variety. Winters can feel crisp, but spring and autumn, perfection. Although it rarely gets below 10 degrees in winter, this still feels cold in Sydney, as you do get climatised. But it's not the same bone-chilling, literally freezing cold I had back in Scotland. Number 2, the sunrises. Australian sunrises are pure magic. There's nothing like waking up early, heading to the beach and watching the first light hit the ocean. The colours, soft pinks, yellows, oranges and purples, are like a mesmerising painting coming to life. We've made it a habit to try and watch the sunrise, as it sets the tone for the rest of the day. But it's not always easy to get out of bed at 5:30 a.m, we have to admit. And it's not just coastal sunrises, country and suburban ones can be stunning too. Sunsets are gorgeous as well, but let's be honest, they're not as fun when you're squinting while driving home from work. Number 3, the cities. We're in love with Sydney, which has been our home for most of our time in Australia. It has everything. Beaches, a magnificent harbour, beautiful parks, Barangaroo, the rocks, stunning coastal walks, Manly, Taronga Zoo, and world-class shopping centres. Look out for our videos on Sydney. The public transport system is fantastic too. You've got the light rail trains, buses, ferries, and even the new metro. We love taking the light rail to Coogee, walking the coastal path to Bondi, then hopping on the train back. The Opal card makes it seamless. Sydney is pricey when it comes to property, but outer suburbs are more affordable. And there are more great Australian cities and towns to explore, like Melbourne, which has a European vibe, and its vibrant food and bar scene. The Formula 1 at Albert Park is something you should do at least once in your life. Perth is stunning and holds the title of the most isolated city in the world. Plus, you've got gems like everyone's favourite, Byron Bay and the glitzy Gold Coast. When it's winter in Sydney, it's nice to fly to tropical Whitsundays and not having to worry about passports, currency exchange and not being able to speak the local language. Number 4, the beaches. Beaches are part of everyday life here. Back in the UK, for Lewis, a trip to the seaside meant an hour or 2 in the car to stony beaches on the Kent coast, then even longer trip home stuck in traffic jams. Although I grew up on a beautiful sandy beach in Scotland, the weather was dreich, always freezing. In Australia we're spoilt. We live just minutes from the beach and every weekend feels like a holiday. Most Aussies live within an hour of the coast and it shapes the way of life. Our Sydney favourite beaches included Dee-Why, Manly, Clovelly and Bronte. But all around Australia's thousands of miles of coast, there are stunning beaches. A Sunday morning favourite is breakfast overlooking the ocean. Yes, please. For families with children, it's a great idea to get them involved in the nippers section of the surf lifesaving clubs, which are fun and they will be taught life-saving skills. Number 5, the space. Australia is massive. It's the size of the US, but with a fraction of the population. Even in Sydney, you never feel cramped. Outside the cities, it's endless landscapes, national parks, and stretches of coastline. When I was younger, I took an adventure tour across the Sahara, so I've always felt a connection with the desert. When my friends came over from Scotland, we visited Uluru and the Red Centre. It was so moving and spiritual. Standing in that vast expanse of red desert was an amazing experience that I'll never forget. Number 6, the people. Aussies are some of the friendliest people we've met. They are genuinely kind and welcoming once you get to know them. When we moved into our first rental, the young couple next door invited us out for a drink that evening. They showed us around Sydney and led us into their circle of friends. We even went to their wedding and have become lifelong friends. Aussies love a laugh and their laid-back attitude makes it easy to feel included. Number 7, the houses. Aussie homes are built for lifestyle. Open plan layouts, natural light and big outdoor spaces are common. Our backyard is perfect for the Westies and having a pool still feels surreal. Homes are practical. Think tiles instead of carpets, which keep things cooler in summer. Also with wet and sandy Westie paws, it's so much easier to keep clean. Solar panels are common too, so we save big time on energy bills. Electricity is expensive here, so it's no wonder solar and batteries are popular. Number 8, work and career opportunities. Australia offers amazing career opportunities, especially for software, engineering and industrial design. Lewis worked as a design engineer for ResMed and Breville, both known for creativity and cutting-edge design. I worked as an Australian migration agent, which was very rewarding. Other Australian companies like Cochlear, Rhodes Microphones, Canva, and Atlassian are global leaders. Australia definitely punches above its weight when it comes to innovation, and salaries are generally higher in Australia. Number 9, health and fitness. The clean air, sunshine and active lifestyle have improved our health. We used to struggle with allergies, chest complaints and asthma in the UK, but it's so much better here. I think the cleaner air and lack of dust-ridden carpets has a lot to do with it too. The air doesn't just feel cleaner, it's measurably cleaner, as this table shows. The fitness culture is inspiring too, whether it's yoga, paddleboarding or just walking the dogs. Staying active feels natural. Parks and outdoor gyms are everywhere. If you go on the Coogee to Bondi walk, you will be amazed by the fit lycra-clad people jogging and power walking past you. Lewis just loves to meditate and does yoga, whereas I prefer walking my doggies. Number 10. The wildlife. Aussie wildlife is incredible. Our backyard is visited by black and white cockatoos, cheeky lorikeets, colourful parrots and kookaburras. We've even spotted ever so cute green tree frogs who seem ever so tame and unafraid of us and the Westies. We also constantly see dolphins in the sea, and during the whale season, seeing them migrate is just magical. We've seen plenty of kangaroos, the odd koalas in the wild and zoos, and yes, there are snakes and spiders, but they're not as common as people think. Lewis's mum used to anxiously check we were being careful of crocodiles, even though we had to reassure her they weren't native to northern suburbs of Sydney. Number 11. The food. The food is fresh and farmers' markets are everywhere. Although the seafood here is unbeatable, calamari, fresh prawns and oysters, I'm afraid it's never been something we've embraced, we have to say. Because Australia is so close to Asia, we have some amazing Indian, Thai and Chinese restaurants. We'd never tried Persian or Vietnamese food until we came to Australia. Number 12. Drinks. Wine is also a huge deal here. Wineries are literally everywhere, and in particular, the Hunter Valley, Margaret River and Barossa Valley produce some exceptional wines. Even budget wines, affectionately known as clear skins, are excellent quality. And let's not forget the booming craft beer scene. Dan Murphy's is an Australian institution, and at these massive bottle shops, as off-licenses are known here, you can find everything from high-end Penfold Grange to $3 clear skins, which is perfectly drinkable. Number 12 and a half. Christmas in summer. Here's our half reason. Christmas is in summer. We're still torn about it. On one hand, we miss the cosy, snowy UK Christmas. On the other, there's something magical about a barbecue on the beach in 30 degrees heat. It's weird, but wonderful. So when did we realise Australia was definitely for us? Funnily enough, it took a trip back to the UK to really galvanise just how much we love living in Australia. The first time we visited friends and family back home, we both came to the realisation we had made the right choice. So there are our 12 and a half reasons why we love living in Australia. If you're thinking about making the move or just curious about life down under, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching Lewis and Bonnie's Australia.